28th of December, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi.
Yeah, Pasuk Yud Zayin.
Yud Zion. Okay, hold on one second. Yud Zion. Oh, yes. Okay, so it says, the verse, Vayar Yosef ki yashit aviv yad yamino al rosh Ephraim v'yera be'enav vayitmoch yad aviv lahasir ota me'al rosh Ephraim al rosh Menashe. Okay, so Yosef, let's see, saw,
Yosef saw
yeah, that his father put his right hand on the head of Ephraim and Vayitmok Yad Aviv.
it displeased him. Vayera Beinov, it displeased him.
Oh, it displeased him. Okay.
Vayismach Yad Aviv.
So he removed his father's hand.
Held up his father's hand.
Oh,
The Hasira is sewing to remove it from the head of Ephraim. Al Rosh Menashe to put it on the head of Menashe.
To put it on Menashe. Okay. There's one Rashi here. Vayitmoch Yad Aviv. He lifted up his hand of his father. Herima Me'al Rosh Beno Uta Makha Biado. So he lifted up, or he raised from the head, from his son's head, and supported it with his hand.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see. He supported his father's hand. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, this is something very presumptuous of Yosef to do. First of all, what was he so worried about? I mean, I would say on a very simple level, that Yosef was worried that this is going to arouse jealousy between the brothers, between Ephraim and Menashe, in the same way as there was jealousy between Yosef and his brothers. He didn't want this to happen again. The question is, this is something very presumptuous of Yosef to do. I mean, it's even, if I may say so, reminiscent of Ruvain moving his father's bed.
Right.
Anyway, we'll have to see if father. How could Yosef have been so presumptuous to do this? Okay, let's see the next pasuk. Pasuk Yudches, Lu.
Vayomer Yosef el Aviv, lo chen avi, ki ze habechor, sim yamin cha al rosho. Yosef said to his father, "Not so, my father, because this one is the firstborn. Place your right hand on his head."
Right.
Yis, let's see, that's 18. There's no Rashi on 18.
No Rashi on that. Let's go to pasuk Yudches.
Vayima'ain aviv, vayomer, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
yadati vini, yadati.
Yadati. Yadati v'ni yadati.
It's the same word twice, right?
Well, the word is repeated twice. Yeah.
Yadati vini yadati. Gam hu yiyeh la'am, v'gam hu yigdal, v'ulam achiv hakaton yigdal mimenu. V'zar'o yiyeh melo ha-goyim. Okay, so 19 says, but his father refused, saying, "I know, my son, I know." Also, he will be a people, and also he will become great. However, his brother that is younger shall become greater than him. And his offspring will be, it will be that his offspring will fill the nations.
Yeah, Malay HaGoyim.
Okay, so Rashi says,
So we'll see. Yeah, Malay HaGoyim means the whole world will know about him. That's what we'll see. We'll see, and Rashi explains that. Literally means his descendants will be the fullness of nations.
Yadati b'ni Yadati, Shehu habechor, that he is the firstborn. V'gam hu yiyeh la'am vayigdal, and he too will become a people and become great. Sha'asid Gid'on latseis mimenu, for in the future Gid'on will come from him. Shehakadosh Baruch Hu oseh nes al yado, that Hashem will do a miracle through him. V'ulam achiv hakaton yigdal mimenu, but his younger brother shall become greater than he. seed
will become greater.
Yeshua,
Yeah.
latses mimenu. For in the future, Yeshua will come forth from him. She yanchil es haaretz, who will apportion the land. Vi lamed Torah liYisrael, and will teach Torah to Israel. V'zar'o yiyeh melo hagoyim. Kol ha'olam yismalei. All of the world will be filled. B'tzeis sham'o ushmo. His reputation and name will go forth. Kishiyamid Hama begiv on, when he will make the sun stand still at Gibon. Vayareach
Yareach,
the Emek Ayalon, and the moon in the valley of Ayalon.
right. Says when they were conquering Eretz Yisrael, so it was one particular battle where the Yeshua made the sun stand still, okay, at Givon. So then the whole world realized that something strange going on over here, right? The day is taking longer than it should. Okay.
Sounds good.
One thing I wanted to point out over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yodati b'ni yodati. What's the double expression over here? I know my son. I know. What is the double expression? So I once heard pshat. So I mean, I don't know, it's Parsha pshat, but anyway, the idea is a very poignant idea. He said, Yosef thought that his father didn't realize that he was putting his right hand on Ephraim, and he thought he was making a mistake. Okay, so he said to him as follows. He says, your daddy, I know, meaning that which you think I don't know, I do know, right? And besides that, there's a lot which you do not know, but I do know. As his father's telling him, you think I made a mistake. That's definitely not so. I know full well that I put my hand upon Ephraim and not upon Manasseh. And even though I know you particularly set up that Manasseh should be on my right side and Ephraim on my left, but I, Dafka, put my right hand on top of Ephraim and the left hand on top of Manasseh. Okay? So Yaakov was telling Yosef, you think I made a mistake, but I didn't make a mistake. I was fully aware. And there's a lot more which you don't know, but I do know. And therefore I have my cheshbonos, why I did that. You don't realize why I did it. So in other words, he basically was telling Yosef, you started off in saying that I don't know what I'm doing. And therefore that's why you want to change it over. I do know, I know full well what I'm doing. And what I know is a lot more than what you know. And therefore, that's what he's saying. Therefore, I had a specific, I mean, he carried on to explain. that his cheshbon, that Ephraim's going to be greater than Menashe. Okay. Let's go on to Pasuk 20.
Okay. Okay. V'yivarchem b'yomahu lemor, v'cha yivarech Yisrael lemor, Yisimcha lokim ke'Ephraim v'chem Menashe, v'yasem et Ephraim lifnei Menashe. Okay, so let's see. He blessed them on that day, saying, may Hashem put like Ephraim.
Sorry? Now, what does that mean? He blessed them on that day, saying, B'chol Yevorach Yisrael. Through you, Yisrael will be blessed. By saying, what will they say? How will they bless their children? Yesimcha Elokim ke'Ephraim v'Menashe. May Hashem make you like Ephraim and Menashe. So each man will say to his son, may Hashem make you like Ephraim and Menashe. And now that's the end of the quote. By Yosem es Ephraim lifnei Menashe. And in his blessing, as Rashi is going to point out, Yaakov preceded Ephraim before Menashe.
Before Menashe. Okay. So Rashi says on B'cha Yivarech Yisrael, by you Israel shall bless. Let's see. Haba levarech et banav. So one, I guess, who blesses his sons, Yivarchem bivrachatam, will bless them with their blessings.
Sorry?
Will bless them with their blessing. Okay. Whoops, hold on one second. Okay. When he
will he will bless them with their blessing, meaning that they, i.e., each man will say to his son,
okay, Yisimcha Elokim, K'Ephraim v'chem
may Hashem make you Ephraim v'chem Menashe.
Okay. Next Rashi, Vayasem et Ephraim. And he put Ephraim. B'birchato, in his blessing. Lifnei Menashe, before Menashe. Lahakdimo, to put him, I guess, in front of.
To give him precedence, like Dimo.
Precedence, okay. Badigalim uvachadnukat hanisiim.
Badigalim, meaning in the encampment, in the flags. Right, in the traveling order, right? According to the flags, right? Then Ephraim came before Menashe when they traveled.
Okay.
Okay, and
the inauguration of the princes.
Or when the princes, when the Nesiim, the leaders of the tribes, they offered a korbanos, they offered sacrifices to in the dedication of the Mizbeach and the dedication of the Mishkan. So Ephraim brought his korban before Menashe.
Before Menashe. Okay.
Yeah. What I want to say, important thing over here. wanted to mention something. Yeah. Rashi elsewhere, Rashi in Parshas Lech Lecha, in fact, already says it. V'nivruchu v'cha kol mishparos Adama. Through you, all the families of the earth will be blessed. So Rashi says, brings a raya from this pasuk. What does that mean? Through you, all the families of the earth will be blessed. Means that anybody wants to bless his child will say, my son, be like Abraham. That's referring to Parshas Lech Lecha. Or over here, my son, be like Ephraim and Manasseh. Yeah.
Wait, do we see that? Do we see that anybody besides the Jews blesses like that?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Goisha practices, how the
I don't believe that any of the Christians do. And
how the Nepalites or the
Nephilites,
Russians or the
you're pleading.
Japanese, for that matter, how they bless their children. I'm not really familiar.
You think they do? Do you think this is true?
I don't know.
Okay.
The only ones who I think are spiritually inclined to that may be the blacks in America. Maybe they're more religiously inclined, are they, or not? But
Well,
I
I
don't know.
would say they may be more spiritual.
Yeah.
Certainly the the idea of the black churches in the South where there was a great deal.
Negro spirituals, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
But
check it up on Google. How to bless your son.
I don't think they would even have heard of Ephraim and Manasseh.
Sorry.
It would be surprised to me if they even heard of Ephraim and Manasseh, unless they were scholars.
No. Oh, 1 second. No. 1 second. This is only talking about Jews. Before Yavarach Yisrael Lemor.
Oh, it's not the
Scholars blessing their children with the name of Ramasha. I was referring to Avram Avinu. There it says, "V'nivrachu v'cha kol mishpachos ha'adama." You go back to Parshas Lech Lecha, right at the beginning of Lech Lecha. Pasuk 3, chapter 12, Pasuk 3.
12:3. Okay.
V'zeu pshuta, Adam omer libnoi, tehei ka'Avram. Be like Abraham.
all the families of the earth.
And that's mentioned over here.
That's the non-Jews.
That's in Parshas Lech Lecha. Okay. So I don't know if they practiced that. Maybe at the time of Avram they did.
Oh, only at that time.
At that time. But maybe afterwards the practice wore off. I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's documented otherwise in history. Okay, let's go to Pasuk Chof Aleph. Vayome Yisrael el Yosef. Lou, I think we're up to you.
Okay, let's see. What pasuk is it? I'm sorry, I was still back in Lech Lecha.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Chapter Pasuk 21. Chof Aleph. Vayome Yisrael el Yosef.
Vayomer Yisrael el Yosef, Hine Anochi Meis v'haya Elokim imachem v'heshiv eschem el Eretz Avosechem. So he said that as Israel said to Yosef, behold, I am about to die, and God will be with you, That's interesting. You is plural.
Yeah, it means with you,
With
all
you,
his sons.
you all of his sons, but he's only
Oh, that's another point I wanted to point out, and I forgot to mention that in the previous pasuk. It says in pasuk 20, "Vayevorachem bayomahu." He blessed them on that day.
right.
Lema saying, "B'cha," with you, singular. Who's with you, singular, referring to?
Ephraim and Manasseh. Says it. It says it in the end of the pasuk.
Yeah, that's plural. That's two. So what's B'cha? Should see Bochem Yevorach Yisrael Lema.
It's a problem.
So Mefarshim, the Ramban actually points out over here, he's saying it's referring to Yosef, that every blessing given to the sons of Yosef is a blessing for Yosef himself.
Oh.
Because there's nothing greater that a parent, a father wants, is that his children should be carrying on his tradition. His children should be tzaddikim. His children should be carrying on the tradition of the way he's educated them. And so therefore, the biggest blessing which Yosef could have is that people bless their children with his sons. Means the example which is used as a blessing are Yosef's sons. So that is the biggest blessing you can give Yosef, that his sons are the examples of blessings.
Very nice. I like that, George.
Right.
All right. So now he's saying, oh, there is no Rashi on 21.
No.
So
I'm hesitant. We could just read the next pasuk, but we won't have time to do the Rashi because there's a lot of Rashi on that. But let's just read the last pasuk. Vani
asati lecha hem achar
Chad. Shem Achad.
achad al achecha asher lakachti miyad ha-emori becharbi uve kashti. So the translation is, I have given to you Shechem, one portion more than your brothers, which I took from the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow.
Okay. Now Rashi, okay, I'll just speak it out over here because we only just have about a minute left. The Rashi has two explanations. You translate it as Shechem as a portion. Okay? Rashi's first explanation is that it's referring to the city of Shechem, which indeed where Yosef is buried. Okay? I have given you Shechem, the city of Shechem, over and above that which I have given to your brothers. Meaning, you will receive, besides what your rightful portion is in Eretz Yisrael, over and above that, you will receive the city of Shechem. And what does that mean? Asher lokachti miyado imiri, who I took from the hand of the Amorite, and that is referring to Shechem, the person Shechem, and his father Hamor, that they did battle. They becharbi uvakashti, meaning literally with my sword and with my bow, because that's when Shimon and Levi wiped out the city with their swords, with their weapons. They literally wiped out the city. That's according to one explanation. That's Shechem.
Yaakov?
Okay? Now, Shechem means the city of Shechem. And the second explanation is it's referring to when Yaakov acquired the birthright from Esau. He's the Emori,